Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. So I want to start by saying that I understand where this question is coming from. Because if Islam is presented as a pathway to global peace, then how is it possible that we have Muslim countries that are embroiled in conflict themselves? The answer to this is that the Muslims of today are in need of reformation, not Islam. And this is in line with the prophecies of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He once said that there will come a time when nothing will remain of Islam except its name, and nothing will remain of the Holy Quran except its inscription. So alongside these prophecies, we also see the foretelling of the coming of the Messiah, because this is exactly the need for the Messiah. The founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, who claimed to be the promised Messiah, he claimed that he had a singular goal, which was to reunite humanity with God. Because it's only when we value that relationship with Allah above everything else, that's when human beings become capable of getting rid of all of their self-interest and truly being devoted to these principles of Islamic justice and peace. So an example that we can find in the world today of a Muslim country completely disregarding these principles is, for example, the Saudi Arabia-led attacks in Yemen, where you have the so-called leader of the Islamic world going in and killing and starving innocent people, innocent Muslims in fact. So this is where the need for courageous leadership becomes evident. For example, I recall that in 2016, the Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, he delivered a speech at Parliament Hill in Canada in which he, without reservation, he admonished Western countries, including Canada, for their continued role in providing weapons to Saudi Arabia, despite knowing what they're doing with those weapons in Yemen. Similarly, I recall that during the time of the fourth Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, when the Gulf War was happening, he delivered a series of sermons in which he admonished and he guided the different parties that were involved in the conflict. So, and he once said that if a message of truth provokes anger against us by anybody, then let it be clear that we find sanctuary in our God and we leave our affairs to Him, and that we're not afraid of any sort of political or worldly fallout against us. So my point here is really simple, is that when you have leaders that are truly in line with Islam and in line with God, then that's when this fearless and courageous principled leadership becomes possible. And that's when your conscience can never allow you to make the inhumane decisions the Muslim leaders of today are making.